Again, take
Number two, one.
Hello, my name is Mike,
And I'm Steve.
and you are watching Comics TV. This is show number 12 of our 13-week season, and we are happy.
Very excited to be
There
here.
are a couple of different things we're doing this week. Obviously, we're standing here, which you've never seen us stand before.
Yes.
We're
He's short, I'm tall.
That doesn't make a difference because I'm better looking.
Oh, okay.
So we've got some different plans. We're going to be doing this hopefully every week. This weekend there's all kinds of stuff going on. Last weekend was the show at the fairgrounds. We'll tell you about that next week.
Yeah.
We have to get everything together.
We have an interview this week with a man named Bumper from Annapolis, Maryland, who owns the 3 largest comic book stores in Maryland. Have an interview with him. It's proved pretty interesting. He's got some good inside scoops for everybody to learn about and hear. So,
Okay, and we've got all our normal reviews, previews, convention mentions,
news.
everything, news, sports, and weather.
I got a special card for everybody to
He's got a
see
special
today.
card that nobody in the entire world has ever seen. No, that's a lie. But
Actually, no. They're very limited.
I want to quickly tell you that there are a couple other shows claiming to be comic book related. Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
We have the only show that is related just to the comic book industry.
Yes.
That's all we do, comics and cards that are related to comics, nothing else. We don't do science fiction. We don't do really Star Trek, although we did our Star Trek convention because that was a little special.
Yeah, that was special. It was there in Buffalo for 3 months.
We don't do any Dungeons and Dragons, anything like that.
Computer games, Nintendo, Sega.
We don't do anything but
like
comic books and the comic book industry.
Yeah.
There's some other shows. We're not going to mention anything. If you see them, fine.
Can't mention?
No, because we're the best.
Yes.
We've been on the longest. We're the best. We're growing. We're going to be, within a couple weeks, we're going to be on Adelphia and Jones, and everybody there will be watching us. Pretty soon we'll have all of Western New York covered, and we're going to go for New York State. We're going to try and cover all of New York.
You've seen the rest, now sit back and enjoy the best.
Okay, in 1 second, we're going to go and we'll do our reviews, previews, news, and everything.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Lock us up, throw the key away for us, okay?
All the pizza boxes say that.
Oh, yeah.
You seen the rest?
Now taste the best.
Now taste the best.
You've had the rest. Now, oh, I need that chair.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. I think I ran a little long on that.
I gotta dig that card out before we start, okay?
That I heard today. Rooster. Turn this over a little bit. Excuse you. I need that leg.
You sure?
You got enough for it?
Yeah, I'm set. We all set? Got levels and everything again?
There's the top 5.
Did you pause the VCR?
It's going again. How's the lighting?
Lighting's good.
All right.
It could be a little better.
Good.
You're over 80.
80?
You're in the green. Well, when you sit down, you get a little bit more because your shirt reflects off. You know, the problem we're getting is the door doesn't reflect enough of it back out.
Yeah.
He picks up a little
That a little bit better?
green now.
All right.
You're about 80. Too bad we can't get this anymore.
Yeah, be careful. I don't want it dropping.
That's your dad's.
That one is. That's his.
No, see, it doesn't help.
The hell's your dad got for?
Same reason his father did.
What was
But
that?
see, now if we were big enough, we'd have people that stood there and held him.
But that doesn't even get it up to 100 though.
That just blinds us.
That doesn't get it up to 100.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's take off. We're rolling.
Okay. You want to count down?
Okay, where are we? We did the intro. We're gonna go into the news.
You're on the news.
Okay.
Ready?
Sure. Let's do it.
2, 1, go.
Okay, and we're gonna start with our week in news. Adding to the sudden glutton of music comics, Malibu has announced Rocket Comics. It's almost spelled like Comics TV, but they have an I in there. These are fully authorized books which will be similar to the new Marvel line. Each issue will include an illustrated story and can include photos, interviews, and fan letters. Metallica will be the first title, and it'll span 3 issues. It's going to be a fully authorized biography of them. Subsequent titles include Ozzy, Lita Ford, Megadeth, and Pantera.
Cool. Guess what's coming to the big screen?
What?
Casper,
Holy.
the Friendly Ghost. A live-action movie of the lovable ghost is in planning stages with Australian director Alex Proyas. That's the one. Working with Universal Pictures.
Did you catch Lois and Clark over the weekend?
I got the chance to catch it, and I liked it. It's similar to the old Superman series, but better graphics, better color, better acting.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good. I won't watch it every week, but it wasn't bad. I had to catch
Should
it
be
just
around for a while.
just to check it out.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four movie now has a scheduled release date of October 26th.
That should be interesting.
And I know Stan Lee saw it. He said that it was good, but it wasn't what people would expect. So take it or leave it.
Well,
Going
seeing-
back to the new Lois and Clark.
Yeah, the new Lois and Clark series started a few days back. We'll be giving our review, which we did already, on what we think about it.
Yeah, we already did that.
We already did that, so
It's not bad.
yeah.
That's about all the news we got. Haven't done too much this week.
Yeah.
Why don't you give the top 5 or 6, whatever you got,
Okay.
weekly sellers.
This was the top 5 sales of Annapolis, Maryland, for the 3 largest stores, like I mentioned before.
This is a little different.
A little different. At number 5, Plasm. Number 2, it seems they just can't keep it in the stores up there. Hottest seller out there. Plasm. At number 4, Daredevil. Number 321, Fall from Grace, Chapter 2. It's another book. They're very hard to keep into the stores. I know I read Chapter 1. It was really interesting. I didn't get a chance to read Chapter 2 up here yet, which I will, and I will review it for you. Number 3, Adventures of Superman, number 31. I will be reviewing that one today, and phenomenal book. Avengers, number 366, the gold cover. I will be reviewing that one also. A hot book. And number 1, X-Men 2099, the Unlimited series. That one's
You
supposed
won't be
to be
reviewing that
the
one, though.
hottest. Yes, I will. I have that one too.
Of course, Steve is reviewing all the top books.
I'm reviewing all the top books this week, so to tell you what I think of them.
All right. That's
Why
good.
don't you start?
I will start.
Okay.
Okay, we've got our reviews for this week. My first one here is Donna Matrix. This is number 1 from Reactor Comics. We already previewed this a few weeks back. This is by Mike Sayanes with computer imaging by Norm Dwyer. It's $2.95 full color, as you can see here. The art is very good. Let's find something else.
When you
here.
find some art.
Just trying to find a good page. It's very good. I was impressed with the initial pictures from it, and seeing this, I could tell that it was good. It's using 3D modeling, which creates these pictures which look quite real. They look almost like photographs. And the only problem I had was I thought the story was a little thin, and could have used a little better story. It was a Terminator type story. I think I'd pick it up just for the artwork. I'd give that at least a 2-star.
Yeah, I got to read it myself, and I enjoyed the artwork myself also, but like Mike said, the story is a little bit far-fetched and a little bit thin. But go out and buy it. For my first one, I'm going with Superman number 31. The artwork in this one was very, very, very good. It's getting back to Superman coming back to life. Yes, I'll give you some artwork in 1 second here. Superman, the real Superman coming back to life and starting out as a usual superhero. He doesn't have full power yet. Slowly he's building up to getting his full powers again. He goes back to Lois Lane, he kissy, huggy, you know, the true love life of Superman, which will be probably a next series, the love life of Superman. But
Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark, there you go.
They
but
kiss.
This one was, I highly recommend this one. It was really good reading. It's going to be a really good series to follow. I know the 2 other Supermen are having their own series, Man of Steel and the Superboy.
They're all wimps.
But this one was very good, and I would recommend this one. I gave this one a 2 also.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. This one here I've got, my next one. This is called Streets. This is number 1 of 4. It's from DC Comics. It's by James Hudnall and John Estes. The art is a little different. It's a prestige format, full color, of course. It's a bit pricey at $4.95, but I think that it's worth it. You take a look in here, you see the people look real. They look like people that you would see on the street. They don't look like just comic book characters. And it's pretty good. The story is pretty good too, but I figured out what the ending was about 3/4 of the way through.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of obvious.
Spoiled the book, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of obvious what was going to happen there, so I figured that out. But apparently all 4 issues are intertwined, and it's pretty good. And I've spoken with James Hudnall before, and he's a pretty nice guy. I give that one a 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, for my second one, I'm going with Scarlet number 10. I sort of went off beat and I grabbed something different, one of the different titles by DC. I like this one. It kept your interest up through the whole book. I never knew I'll be honest, I never knew it existed, and when I seen it, I said, well, I'm going to review it. But I like this one. I'm definitely going to follow this one. The artwork in this one is sort of early-ish, but it's pretty good. They got a lot of gore in it, a lot of violence, my type of books, or actually Michael's
Scarlet?
type of books.
Who's Scarlet?
It's a type of like X-Men and the Avengers. It's a type of group of people named Scarlet.
Okay.
It's a pretty interesting book though. It's only $1.25, which really helps out on price. But I would pick this one up. This one was pretty good. I gave this one a 3.
3.
Good story.
Ooh.
Really good story.
This one here, my next one, is very interesting. This is Broyles the Rabbit #1. It's by Jerry Smith. He's out of Morristown, Tennessee. It's black and white, 21-page. It's a photocopied book. Each page is a separate short story about Broyles and his pals, which are Ed and Bon Wallace. I think it's pretty good. I like
Bon Wallace, one of our congressmen.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
John
so.
Wallace. I'm sorry.
I don't think so. I thought this was a very good book. The art I liked for some reason. It's a little childish, but for some reason I liked it. And the stories were really good. The only complaint I have is that his spelling is not that great. He lacks in the spelling department. But the cost on this thing, 2 stamps. That's it.
That's
Cost
it.
you 2
Cool.
stamps for this. You can send to Jerry Smith at 3344 Horner Drive, Morristown, Tennessee 37814, or you can write us here, and we'll give you the address. Because for 2 stamps, it's worth
We
it.
could probably put it on for you and flash it for you and let you.
Yeah,
be able
I
to
think
see
it was worth the 2 stamps. And one of the better books I've read.
Okay, my next one, Batman Detective Comics number 667. This is the start of the Night Quest series. I started reading this one, and I really like this one. This is going to be like the Nightfall series. It's keeping your interest up. You don't know what's going to happen. It's dealing with the new Batman with his new costume, which you're seeing more and more of him in different series. But the only thing I had to complain about this one is I didn't like the coloring and the art in this one. It didn't appeal to me.
A little lackluster.
Yeah, a little lack on the luster. Batman now has a new
Is this
rail car.
Is this Graham Nolan stuff?
This is also Graham Nolan. Yes, Graham. We still love your art, but this one just lacked it a little bit. He now has a new train car which hops on tracks. He zips through subways, and it's pretty interesting. But like I said, it lacks something. I gave this one a 2.
Did I give anything to this one?
No.
Broyles. Broyles, I give it 3.
Ooh.
I like Broyles a lot.
Ooh.
Okay, my next one this week is called Lost Laughter. This is #2. It's from Bad Habit Comics. This book might be tough to find, as it's a small press, just like Jerry Smith's was. If you find it, pick it up, though. Very good story. It's a little different. The art is good, and you should like it. And a quote, Lost laughter is a force, like some giant other-dimensional child, misplaced, tearing through fabrics of reality.
Fabrics? Or
Yeah.
fabrics?
It's 250. It's black and white. It's by Jeff Nicholson. He did Ultra Klutz a few years back, which is an interesting series. But Lost Laughter I liked a lot. I give this one a 3.
Cool. Okay, my next one I'm going with Avengers Gold number 366. This one was good. It had 2 separate stories in it. The first story with the Avengers sort of lacked off of Captain America in that it really didn't hold my interest up. But the second story with Deadpool, and there's a new character in here named Blood Wrath, if you can see it. Very, very good story. I like Deadpool myself, and when he fights Blood Wrath is supposed to be a superhero fighting crime, and he kills an innocent, and he's got to live with that with his sword of vengeance. It's a really, really good story. Following up with the gold cover, silver cover. There's a red cover out now. I'm sure there's a blue cover coming out, and all those other colors. But this one was very, very good. Very highly recommended. I give this one a 3.
This is a rainbow book.
This is a rainbow book.
You can get any color you want.
You got it.
All right, my last one this week is Walt Disney's Donald and Mickey. This is issue number 20. It's from Gladstone Comics. 64 pages of top-notch Mickey Mouse stuff here. There's an ad. But this is top-notch stuff. The first story is about Donald. It's from 1950. I mean, you look at that, and it looks just as good as anything done today. The next 4 are from Sunday. These are from Sunday comic pages. It's from 1934. That stuff looks great. And lastly is a huge 40-page Mickey and Goofy story that was done in the late 70s or early 80s. No definite date on it. It's $2.95, worth every penny, and you'd like it whether you're young or you're old. I think it's really good. I'd give it a 3.
Cool. Okay, I got 2 to go, so I'm going to make these quick. On this one, I'm going X-Men 2099 Unlimited. This one was different. With the foil embossed cover, it sort of explains on each of the characters and what they're going to look like in 2099 series. I don't find it as interesting as the regular X-Men series. I don't know how this one's going to stand up. It's supposedly the top seller right now, but I think everybody's buying it just to see how it is. And my prediction is it is going to slack off after a couple months, but it was okay reading, but it didn't appeal to me. I gave this one a 1. Ooh, scary.
Yeah.
And this one,
X-Men 1.
this one is getting the top rating from me. This is Colonial Marines Alien Series, issue number, this is 6 of 12. The artwork in this was phenomenal, as you can see by the cover. It just
Right.
Yeah, it's very bright, very colorful, very to the point. The coloring in there. The story is panning out a little bit. It's slowed down towards the end of the book. The front of the book, it's all you had was all the aliens attacking and everything. Towards the end of the book, they got back up on a space station. It's sort of dragged out, but this one I gave a top rating to for the artwork and the way it's just made out to be in general. So I definitely gave this one a top rating.
Excellent.
Follow this series.
All right. We've heard some good stuff about the Alien series.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it. Lastly, this week, instead of doing a industry-related magazine review, I thought we'd do CD review. Now, this CD is called Supersonic Flight. It's available through mail order for $14.95. You can save $1 if you send in the ad that you saw in the magazine. So it's $13.95. There's 20 tracks of top-quality music ranging from classical to heavy metal. There are no vocals, it's all instrumental, and the purpose behind it is to play this while you read your comic books, to give you a theme effect, you know, scenario type thing. And it's pretty good. I like it, but I wouldn't waste my money on it. I don't think it's worth spending money on to listen to while you're playing your comics. Go buy a good Mozart or something if you want some of that.
Mozart.
Listen to that while you
Go buy a good Judas Priest.
if you want, but there's vocals in Judas Priest. Mozart, you can get a good variety of stuff. If you want to do something like that, or you can play your there you go, play your Satriani. It's nice. I mean, it's just like having a music.
I listened to it, and honestly, it put me to sleep.
I mean, for $14, it's not worth it.
No.
Unless you got a lot of money.
Yeah. Well.
We'll play a few seconds while we're talking here.
Yeah, we'll put. Okay.
If you see
Now,
that ad.
I'm gonna do a quick review on something I got when I was in Annapolis, Maryland. This was Annapolis. This is a limited edition Superman Doomsday, the Death of Doomsday cards. This is a prototype card.
Triple zero.
Number 000. Thank you, Bumper, for giving me this. We picked up a sponsor in Annapolis, Maryland. He's going to help sponsor, which I think is fabulous. This card tells you all about the series itself. Now, you can't buy the Death of Superman trading cards up here. You won't find them anywhere. I fortunately had enough to pick one up when I was in Annapolis, the whole set, and I'll be reviewing those on a later show. They're phenomenal. They're absolutely phenomenal. It goes through the whole series of the Death of Superman. Now, this, like I said, this is number 000. This is something you'll see in the QVC for sale for like $39.
And it'll be signed and
it'll be signed and autographed.
$99.95.
But I got this, like I said, it was donated to me, and it's fabulous. So if you're ever out of state and you go to a comic book shop, look for some pick up some deals that you can't pick up here in Buffalo. Because I noticed there was a lot of stuff we couldn't get here in Buffalo out there, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff here that we can't get out there. So if you're ever in Annapolis, I want you guys to stop at the shops. They're called the Twilight Zone. I'll put the address on the screen so everybody can see it, just in case you're out that way, and stop in and say hi to Bumper and say that you've seen us on this channel, and he'll cut you a great deal. So, and I do have an interview with him, which, you want to play it now?
We should have time. We can play a couple minutes of
We'll
it.
play a couple minutes of the interview, so here it goes. Watch this.
Give us a quick countdown. Let's go again.
Yeah.
The way you guys talk about, like, you're thinking about what you're gonna do and just gonna put it on when the shot.
Go ahead.
Kind of funny.
Give us a
Yeah, we
countdown.
can put a few minutes in.
Well, because I know we're running late. Okay, go ahead.
All right, bud.
Ready? 2, 1.
And that was Steve's interview. Wasn't that great?
That was great.
That was
I
wonderful.
had a good time with him. Nice guy.
Good. Back to this QVC thing. Don't buy anything from QVC. Period.
Why?
Because it's a waste of money. The only purpose, their only purpose is to make money and to make you think that the comic you're buying is worth money, so you can have something worth a lot of money.
Actually, don't listen to Mike with the don't buy anything, because when they have the different artists on there and they're selling the autographed stuff, that is cheapest price you're going to find it anywhere ordering it through them. I had the fortunate chance to see some autographed copies of the Superman series, the Death of Superman series, and they were going for $70 and $80. Now you can get them on there for $30 with the make sure if you ever buy any autographed material, make sure it has the certificate of authenticity with it, because anybody can sign a book, anybody,
Well,
and say it's authentic.
I'll have to disagree with Steve about this, because anybody can, no matter who he is, sign the book, and here's my signature. But that doesn't mean anything. It's not personalized. It's just a signature. It's not worth anything to me. I don't think that's worth anything. I don't think
to me it
that.
is. I collect them.
There's this Vantage. I don't know if it comes out every week or what. Has information in it. It's
Once
for
a month. Once a
comic
month.
collectors.
Yes.
It's okay if you want to make money. If you're in this to make money, that's fine. But you should be in here to collect comics for what they are. Read them.
Make sure you read them. Just don't buy them and throw them on a shelf. Always read your comics.
I mean, that's if you're just collecting for the money,
It's a big
it's
industry.
not worth it.
There's a lot out in the industry.
And
So.
hopefully that's why we're trying to show you some of the stuff that's worthwhile to read.
Yeah.
All right, hit our previews for this week.
I didn't do any, so it's all yours.
Okay, Steve didn't do anything because he's a butthead.
Well, because I was on vacation, I really didn't have time to prepare, but Mike can pick up the 3 this
Steve's
week.
lying. Okay, my previews for this week. Yeah, take the camera off him. My first pick this week is Strangers in Paradise, #1 of 3. This is from Antarctic Press. It's a black and white 32-page book by Terry Moore, who used to work at Archie Comics. And as their little ad and wherever it was said, this is not Archie, definitely. In the story, you mix a man-hating artist, scorned girlfriend, sexually frustrated man, infatuated poet, nosy neighbor, and lots of heavy weaponry, all in the same neighborhood, and you end up with this. Sounds like a novel with an interesting concept. Give it a try. It's out this month. It might be out now for $2.75, and
Cool.
it sounds pretty good.
Sound pretty good.
Okay, next one this week is Brave. It's New World Order #5 from Blazer Studios. This is also a black and white 32-page, as most of my books seem to be. This one goes for about $2.50. It's by Daniel A. Reed. This book is about what New World Order would be, an Orwellian-type story, Big Brother, all that kind of thing. This issue begins a new storyline where the evil men order the pursuit and execution of the story's heroes. No, we don't want that.
No.
This looks like a decent book. The art looks pretty good, so I'd also give this one a try. It's supposed to be out later this month. This is the end of the month now, so it should be out by now. If not, take a look around. Not every store carries all these small titles. Sometimes you have to order. If you see something or we tell you about something, go to your store and order it. Any one of the stores will order something for you, because a lot of times they won't get them. There's just too many books to come out every month.
Yes.
My last hit pick this week is a double one. This is from Bongo Comics. This one is for Jim. It's the Simpsons comics and Itchy and Scratchy comics. These are both #1. They're both color, full color. They both contain part of the Ultra Jumbo Bongo Universe mural. There's 2 parts there.
Cool.
The following month, they'll probably have the other 2 parts.
Tongue twister.
Yes, it is. These books are both by Matt Groening. How do you say this guy's name?
What is it?
Whatever, the guy that invented
Gonig.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Koenig.
Yeah, Gonig the Barbarian.
There you go.
They're both by Matt the Barbarian. And Vance and Morrison are the other people who work on it. If you like The Simpsons, this is definitely for you. The Amazing Colossal Homer is this story's tale. And if you like the violence of Itchy and Scratchy, which makes me jumpy sometimes, then you'll like their book. They're both 2 1/4, which is not too bad. And I highly recommend that you pick them both up.
Yeah.
Both of them. They're #1s, and they should be pretty good comics. I
Cool.
guess Matt's been looking to do this for a long time.
Cool.
And that's it for reviews, previews, and everything else.
Yeah.
We're down to my nose is running, so excuse me.
Where's it running to?
It's run out.
Got it.
No, but
Want me to nail it in place?
we'll do our convention mentions for this week. Go ahead.
Okay, last weekend there were several shows we attended, including the fair and the Sheraton Hotel. Next week we'll give you a review of what happened and so on and all that stuff.
Yep, about those ones.
Yeah.
The last show we have to talk about is happening this weekend. Started yesterday, Friday. Going on today. By now it might be over. And tomorrow, Sunday. It's at the Thruway Mall. Yes, the mall is still open. They actually have a couple new stores there. It's a small show. And I don't know, go check it out. Just a bunch of dealers.
Yeah.
Nobody special there.
We'll be there. We're special, so we'll be there.
We're going to be everywhere.
But
I guess I've done enough ranting and raving throughout this show, and we've come to the end. And remember that we are the best show in the area.
yes,
And you can check out the other shows if you like. Some of them are stupid. Some of them,
one of them's on International Cable 10.
we're going. Like I said, we're going to be within a couple weeks. We're going to be on Adelphia and Jones. We're going to hit all of Western New York, and we will
Yes.
announce when, and we will have a special.
Have a special show for that one.
Yes, because we're special.
Maybe we'll have a special guest.
We're special,
Yes.
and we're working on it. Within a couple weeks, we're going to have we'll be at Danger Comics doing a show there.
Yes.
We got some interviews lined up. I don't know who yet, but we've got some interviews lined up, and we've got a lot more coming.
Yes.
This is the second last show of our first season. So
So if you
things are
watch
getting
this
better.
every week for the last 12 weeks, we have another
You're crazy.
season coming on. Yeah, you're crazy. We have another season coming up that it's going to be up and coming. It's going to be 10 times better, more people, more shows, more
new stage.
new stage.
We'll have a whole new background.
We
everything.
have, by the way, if you listen to the theme music, we had theme music written for
yes.
us. We'd like to thank
Dave Snyder and Brett Newmark. They did
Yes.
the music. I wrote the lyrics.
fabulous song.
You heard it at the beginning of the show, the end of the show. You heard it a couple weeks ago, and everything's starting to fall into
It's gonna
place.
stick in your head. Trust me,
Yes.
you'll be humming it.
So, go ahead.
Okay, until next week, go out, buy, read,
Definitely.
and enjoy your
Read 'em.
comics.
Don't buy any autograph.
And when you patronize your local comic shop, tell them you've seen it on
COMX-TV.
See ya.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace, love, and brotherhood.